Welcome back to the Pick.
Welcome back to the show, you guys.
It's going to be our preview of the Rams and the Saints. The Saints are favored by 3.5. I am a Rams fan, but unfortunately I am picking the Saints to win this one. If it was a neutral side or at the Rams Stadium, I probably would have picked the Rams.
Yeah.
But that home field advantage, man, is amazing. Best home field advantage in the NFL. And this is going to be insane in my eyes because this is the second time that they're going to be at the Super Bowl. And this is the second time they realistically have a really good chance of winning it. And this is probably going to be Drew Brees' last time that he's going to be able to get to the Super Bowl. So I think if those fans are going to give everything they possibly could give. The keys for both teams, for the Saints, they need to establish a running game. That's what the Cowboys really struggle to do. They need other players like Ted Ginn needs to step up and not put all this pressure on Michael Thomas. Alvin Kamara needs to step up. He needs to catch more passes. Again, take less pressure off of Michael Thomas. If I was the Rams, which one of my keys is bracket coverage, Michael Thomas. Do everything you possibly can do to not have him beat you, make someone else beat you. Other thing for the Rams is they got to get pressure on Goff, take advantage of the home field advantage, not knowing the snap count, not be able to get the snap count, and having silent audibles. I think have an advantage for the Saints. I'm definitely want to see if Lattimore can have a really good game. The other guy I really want to see if he can have a good game is Williams, the guy that missed the tackle last time against the Vikings last season that cost him the game. I want to see if he can step up and get his team to the Super Bowl. And Drew Brees, man, he's got to have a good game as well. He can't let Aaron Donald and Sue eat him alive. He needs to get the ball out quickly, and do all he can and not turn the ball over. For the Rams, they got to get pressure on Drew Brees. They got to try to take advantage of the Saints not having Sheldon Rankins. Haven't been listening to a ton of people previewing this game, but if they haven't been saying it, I think Sheldon Rankins' injury is going to be really big downfall for the Saints, is because I don't think they're going to be able to give as much pressure. So that's going to put a lot of pressure on that secondary and a lot of pressure on Cam Jordan. I want to see Todd Gurley. I want to see C.J. Anderson both have really good games. If both of them can have really good games, and Jared Goff doesn't have a ton of pressure on him, I really like the Rams' chances. I think Jared Goff's a good quarterback, but I'm really nervous about this situation. And this is going to tell the Rams a lot about Jared Goff and to see if he's really the dude that can win them the Super Bowl or not. Because this is going to be the biggest game of his career and maybe his football life. So he's going to have to play well as well. He cannot turn the ball over. Aaron Donald and Sue and Fowler, but all three need to have good games. Our corners cannot get beat mercilessly by Michael Thomas. So that's another thing. Players of the game for both teams. Drew Brees and Lattimore for the Saints. Aaron Donald and Todd Gurley for the Rams are my player of the games.
Yeah, man. I also got the Saints in this one. Yeah, I think it's just going to be a tough go for the Rams at that stadium. Like he said, I think them fans are going to be on 1,000 out there, being loud as possible. I'm not sure if I would quite say this is the last chance for Drew Brees to get back, but it's definitely very slim. Yeah, it's like very slim margin. So, yeah, this is important. And it's kind of crazy, but we seen I showed him this earlier in the year, but it's a stat that Drew Brees has got beaten by the same three teams that he did the same year he went to the Super Bowl. The last time he went to the Super Bowl, and everything's kind of he was the MVP of that year, and he's the MVP in the discussion of the MVP.
He hasn't won the MVP yet.
So everything's kind of falling in place, man, and history knows how to repeat itself. So I think it might. I think it might again, and if he wins it, man, that's just going to be crazy how history repeats itself for real. So I think they're going to get this job done at home. Like I said, they just know how to play there really well, and like I said, they got that crowd behind them. It's kind of like Seattle. That's their 12th man. They definitely use that crowd advantage. But yeah, I think Drew Brees is going to be on absolute high alert in this game. I think he's going to play one of his best games in the year, if not the best game of the year. But definitely I have to say, like kind of really what Adam said, these receivers have to step up outside of Michael Thomas. There's games that's going to catch up to you, and then I think it's going to be this one where they're not just going to have to, or they're not going to be able to just rely on him. That's pretty much what it was in that game, last week's game, is they ran the ball pretty well, and they just could not cover Thomas for whatever reason. They just could not, and he just absolutely demolished that defense. So I don't think that's quite going to happen in this game. I think they're not going to shut him down, but they're going to kind of stop him. So Ginn Jr., Alvin Kamara, which is going to be my player of the game for the Saints, is going to have to step up big time in the passing game and the running game for Kamara. And also, Saints have to utilize the two running back tandem, and they did a little bit last weekend, but I think they need to establish it a little bit more in this game and kind of wear out that Rams defense, which is, I know that's hard, but that's what they got to try to focus on, is try to get these guys tired pretty quick. And because Sue actually played really well, kind of people don't talk about that very much, but he did. He actually had an amazing game last weekend, and if he does that again, then this is going to be a lot closer to the game people think. Because if you got Donald and him going nuts, then oh boy. So that's right. So that's why I say they got to establish that two-man running game just to make it that much more of a dimensional offense for the Saints. But yeah, I think they're going to get the job done, score enough points. I think the Saints defense is going to play well enough. I'm a little sketchy on this one in this game because of the line work, and we'll see how that secondary is. In big games, we kind of seen them fold last year, so we'll see how well they do this year. I think Lattimore is going to play really well, but let's see what the rest of his teammates can do. They have to make the Rams. They have to stop Todd Gurley if they're gonna. To me, if they're gonna have a better shot at winning this, they got to stop him. If they don't stop him, it's going to be a long game. In my eyes, I think you got to put it in Goff's hands and make him throw 40, 50 times in this game, because I don't know if Goff can do that. I'm not going to quite say no, and I'm not going to quite say yes. I'm kind of in that middle ground with Goff right now. So honestly, I would try to put it in his hands and see if he can go win you a game, because I think if Gurley goes off like he normally does, then it's going to be a lot rougher game. So they got to try to put it in his hands and try to make him win it. That's the other thing about Breeze. If you do that with him, he can do that. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I got to say. Rams, they really got to establish a running game, and the Saints just really got to play pretty solid on offense and pretty solid on defense. And I think they got this W. But I think it's going to be a very close and fun game.
All right, that's all I got to say.
That'll do it for me. Please comment, like, subscribe. Chris would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. We'll see you on the next one.